Hello, it's me, that's for KQ's from Loggington. That's for KQ's from Loggington, miraculously not dead, despite what you've heard. That said, I am sort of icky. I did get over being sick rather fast. For those of you who weren't aware, it interrupted my stream of Back to the Future. Gonna stream Back to the Future parts 4 or 5, and I got sick. I went over. I just flopped, crashed, shut down, and then I slept for like 177 hours. The next day I woke up. I thought, okay. So what happened? I have no idea. My body just shut down all of a sudden. Led to believe that happens more frequently as you age. Lozenges. That would be a nice idea, actually, probably, but... So what do we do immediately after getting a sore throat? We dive back into a text-heavy game. +6, plus low turnout. I am trying never to let a low turnout stop me. Like, if I'm the only person in a room talking to themselves, well, that just means there's more room for my opinions. All of which are stupid bullshit, by the way, but, they will be heard. I cannot be stopped. I can only be slowed down. And being sick slowed me down. Anyway. Did seem pretty disheartened, but don't know how much of that was it. I think it probably was creeping in a lot. Well, for one, you know, just because it's just me doesn't mean I won't be pissy about it. Like, what does it take to get people in here so I can slam dunk their face into good video games? What's wrong with you people? Why don't you know what's good for you? But, in all factuality, though, I was definitely shutting down a bit. My brain was slowly turning off, and I was, crashing over. I think I actually did stop the stream, immediately get in bed, and fall asleep for several hours. Woke up, had something to eat, went back to bed. Woke up again, was definitely ill at that point, super feverish. Got the fan on. I don't know, it was a whole process. There was too much thermals. Damn you, thermal heat. Alright. There we go. Basic ass going live messages deployed. Man, I do not need to sit and read, like, Blue Sky posts about, like, eating chicken wings, because that's gonna make me want to eat chicken wings. I'm hungry. I am hungry now. Thank you, fucking internet. The internet only ever makes me hungry. It's not legal. You gonna be lurking? That's cool. Have a good time. I will try to shut you off to some hell dimension before you come back. Okay, no, those notes are too cheerful. Go away. The ending theme of Sorcerian Super Arranged version +2 Plus Sorcerian System Volume 1. That is a title. What the hell is that title? Okay. We're gonna Times and Galaxy now. Sometimes the internet makes me angry. Sometimes, but mostly it makes me hungry. Mostly I want to eat people. And things. And foods. Anyway, the chat is down there. The game is going. Let's see where I left off. I have no recollection of what was happening, and it's not capturing. Get captured, nerd. Oh, that's great. That's cool. Okay, quick adjust. It's the professionalism. It's the profession. Get off my fucking cursor. It's the professionalism that you come back for. Time and again. Times and Galaxy. You're gonna get killed in an alleyway. At least that's what it looks like it's gonna happen to this guy. Like, they are gonna beat him to death with a camera. I can't remember who this is. It looks like fucking Willy Wonka. Jilly Jonka. Let's see where we are. Here I am in the middle of the Times and Galaxy News Reporting Office of Officitude. Right, I hadn't talked to anybody yet. Cool. That's fine then. Let's go. Do you have an exclamation point? I can't tell if you have an exclamation point without going up there. It figures. Alright, let's start in the, let's start off in the hangar. Talk to Robot, Dr. Sectron X. I can't remember your name, Davey. What do you do on your fashion guy, right? Oh, ReporterBot, had your review yet? Right, it's performance review day. That's where we stopped. I just had mine. It went smashingly. Better than expected, even. Where are your areas of improvement? Ah, well, I know my deficiencies. The limits of my knowledge in the complicated world of business. But that's the nice thing about covering a niche topic. Your bosses don't see all the complications you do. You're already well past their own limits. So as long as you put in a reasonable amount of effort and look busy, they're happy. Are you ready for your review? I have no faults. Well, we all like to think that, don't we? But I have a little feeling Ursula may feel differently. She has a keen eye. But now I must be off. Balder and I are celebrating at our favorite fancy restaurant. They're already there waiting for me. Ta-ta! Already there waiting for you, huh? So you're just gonna stand here while I look at you funny. If you're heading to the shuttle, there was a slight situation. Someone spilled stink juice all over the upholstery. Ew. They didn't leave a note or anything either. Don't worry though, I fixed it. Would you hang one of those little pine-scented air fresheners? Yeah, Shuttlebot X, how's it hanging, ReporterBot? You worried about performance review? Not at all. Really? You have a lot of reason to be concerned. Shuttlebot X cracks up. I can't. Sorry, I was just jamming your gears. Couldn't resist. But you got nothing to worry about. I had a look at some of your stuff. It was really good. Not all the interns end up sticking around, but I think you've got what it takes. So don't sweat it. Hello, Silver. No worries. I generally assume that you are taking like 500 calls a night. And since I don't really know exactly what you do, all of the calls that you're taking in my brain sound like, you know, where is my printer located? Physically in my apartment? I can't find it. 500 balls a night. Is that an even or an odd number? Because if it was an odd number of balls, that would be uncomfortable. The performance of this coffee machine has been reviewed as excellent. Nice work, coffee/oil machine. Cool. There's plenty of coffee oil in the sea of space. The sea of space. The space of time. The sea of space-time. Still very recovering. Yeah? Seems reception bot is busy with calls right now. Everybody's getting calls. No, I am aware you're upset. Be that as it may, I simply do not have the authority to fire Richard Gravity. Good luck with that. Can we fire him? Can we fire him out of an airlock? Maybe? Did Zyzie just ask if 500 was even or odd? I'm not good at numbers. I'm really bad at numbers. Yar clearly sees you, but makes no effort to acknowledge your presence. The OLEDs look good. OLEDs. I really only like UVB light. Their size. The options this cycle just don't cut it. Anyway, you don't eat light at all. Shouldn't you be having a cup of diesel or something? Trying to appreciate other cuisines. Huh. Okay. Well, the light on offer this cycle is pretty basic. Yar seems to consider if they want to continue participating in this small talk. So how are you doing? No, I think Yarm. So how are you doing? You doing okay? Wow, they're trying. Could be better. Okay. Well, bye. I'm going back to work. That went as well as it could have, probably. The glitter pit is really hot this cycle. A warning sign might be nice before somebody melts their ambulatory devices off. Ah, yes, the glitz pit. Everyone's favorite segment of Paper Mario. A Chipotle meat hunk wrap. Oh, Jesus Christ, I could murder a Chipotle meat hunk wrap. Oil of Olay, degreasing not available. OLEDs and pleds, your standard consumable light. Sunny side up lava served with molten chips. Dying. I see what you have done. I see what you will do. I see. Okay, well, have fun with that. Take a meat lump wrap? I would too. Hey, you hungry for something? I'm fully charged for no sustenance. Ooh, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little snack. Just charged without any treats is no fun. I used to think like that when I was fresh off the line, before I learned to appreciate life's little pleasures. But now I always make sure to enjoy a little something when I have the chance. You snack while working? Well, you gotta taste the dishes. Plus, it'd be a shame to let my upgraded taste and Tron olfactory and gustatory processors go unused. Gustatory. Yeah, alright. Now, I'd like to know, you got a favorite dish? I enjoy mashed trash. Oh, great choice. I do a mean mashed trash if you don't mind me bragging a little. Now I better get back to prepping. But you help yourself to something, okay? I like to think that mashed trash is like the equivalent of hash brown. And I do fucking love a good hash brown. Crunchy around the edges, creamy middle interior. That's how it's gotta be. Chit-chat captured the beauty of nature. I also enjoy the beauty of nature. Really? I find it kind of meh. Creamy, yeah. I mean, it's a mashed potato fritter at heart, you know? Organic stuff like plants makes for good pictures. But I prefer damp, dank places to hang out in. I'd rather be in a cave. Like a tater tot, but wide and flat. Yeah, you get it. Photography bot sighs wistfully. Really? Yes, really. Terrible to photograph, but so fun. Okay. I mean, that was an invitation to exposit upon your love of caves, but if you want to just repeat yourself, that's cool too. Soft, not creamy. Okay, I mean... No, I'm gonna double down on this. I think the texture I'm referring to is definitely creamy. A fluidity. Okay, that's fair. No, I definitely mean, as in the potato particles are loose, but not like liquid. Ah, intern. You don't happen to have a firework on you? Why, yes, I carry a firework in my pocket everywhere I go. It's my personality. No, never mind. I kicked that habit a long time ago. Is everything okay? Surely you must know. This cycle is our performance review. I've had a tumultuous spell around the office of late. Was it the eels? No, although I'm sure that doesn't help my case. A few of our neo-human advertisers pulled out. After our coverage on the neo-human President Ryler Gravpak stepping down. Coverage which I authored. You can find it all in the archives. Zack's Zapatax, a laser emporium that had been an ardent supporter of Gravpak, objected to my mentioning his frequent bouts of public flatulence. But what was I to do? I was merely reporting on the events as they happened. Sounded like you just reported the truth. You're right, intern. I have reported with nothing but the utmost integrity. On Gravpak and his farts. McDonald's is more of a finely diced and formed hash brown. That's true. I admit I am thinking of the, more of the hash brown patty variety. It's true that if you have a loose, scattered brown, you want more of a crisp texture to it. If you want like a Waffle House hash brown sort of thing. That admittedly is not my first thought. Only in Daisy Chat Potato Disco. Look, I got opinions about potatoes. And many major starches. My opinion is that you should eat them, and I should eat them. Let's go to lunch. It's like 9:30 at night. Let's go to lunch, sure. I can face my review, whatever it entails. Most importantly, I can face myself. Is that a tear running down his scaled cheek? Thank you, intern. Thank you. Well, we made him cry. I'm proud. Hello, sweater. Becca. Yeah. I certainly don't use your sweater as a way of remembering who the fuck you are. If you're nervous about today, just remember, there are lots of other jobs. The end of one thing leads to the beginning of something new. It's how time works. A constant march onward, ever onward. And that was my pep talk. I am more worried now. Well, shoot, sorry. Can't win them all. Let me try again here. Just try to remember we like you and want you to succeed. At least up here on the bridge we do. We're rooting for you. Okay, that one went better. You're gonna be fucking fired, but remember there's plenty of jobs in the sea. It's not like a comfort mint. Move, move, move. Do not stand there. Or there. This room must be spotless/perfect, or Janitor Bot may fail performance review, and have to open new file job search. Where can I stand? Pondering. Answer reached. Please exit the ship/home for 2 cycles. Do this for Janitor Bot. Please, God, beg you. Passing review is important to Janitor Bot. This review... How would you review your current performance? Running Janitor Bot self-diagnostic. Prognosis. Trying hard. It's not Janitor Bot's fault that organic beings create mess. And yet, it is Janitor Bot's job to clean, cycle after cycle. Assessment must be imminent. Right? It's probably just for journalists. What? Settings. Volume increased 200%. What? I have been processing perfectclean.exe at double speed all cycle. System status. Frazzled. All for nothing. Not even critique doc. Doc. New request, priority level, please. Critique Janitor Bot. Make Janitor Bot feel something. Got a little bit of why does Enwa keep coming up in my fucking video game library? Why does everybody I engage with in a video game have fucking depression? Can we meet somebody happy for a change, please? Anything. Head pats. What does action pat head mean? What feeling is being conveyed about Janitor Bot's work? Janitor Bot will assume worst. Redoubling efforts. Must go clean emotional anxiety about job security away. Access file hyperclean mode. Execute. Cool. Good luck, Janitor Bot. And one of your favorite Pure Moods artists. Sail away, sail away, sail away. The type of game I'm drawn to. That's unfortunate but true. Quick Reporter Bot. What's the pass per dunk average for Dunkor, the particularly athletic one? 0.357. 0.451. Oh, 357? Wow, he's even better than I thought he was. I need your kind of fact recall. I'm supposed to be the sports guy. I should have memorized more sports stats before the review. I hope they don't fire me for not knowing things like Dunkor's pass per dunk average. Okay, I'm gonna rally and fat cram. Good luck with your review. 38 caliber age. I mean, it's a start. Up to the really big calibers. My review was stellar, of course. Of course. This was only voice with perhaps sound. Oil before edits, Copybot. Yeah. Get yourself charged up. Hello. Sorrel appears to be packing up their desk. They can't fire me, I quit. Can I have your desk? Excuse me? I haven't even left and you're ready to pick my bones? An impressively cold instinct to possess. But no, you can't have this desk, not yet anyway. My review hasn't happened yet. I'm just preparing. These reviews never really go well for me. Ursula and I have differing opinions on what canon should be published. And we're both stubborn. So I always feel like the next one might be my last. If it is, I'm gonna start something new. A media empire of my own. You should come with me. Say the things they're afraid to say here. What do you say? Chime in. Yes, you're a smart, cool robo. Of course, if I'm still here tomorrow, this conversation never happened. At least until the next review rolls around. But don't forget about it, okay? We can do such good work together for you in this place. What are they afraid to say here? Are there unpublishable things I should be pushing towards? You malevolent little blocked-up factory-dropped liar. Alright, I forgot. We gave him a bunch of bullshit. You fed me lies about Gazuk. I wrote exactly what you said, and got reamed out by Arwen and Ursula right before my review, too. They pulled the column. So many disappointed readers who sought my words and failed to find them. You ever do that again, I'll make sure you're reprogrammed and spend the rest of your cycles shoveling scrap on Og. Hey, whose fault is it for believing me? Yours, buddy. I only lie to people when it's really funny, and trust me, that was really funny. Oh hey, Puffpiece. What are you doing here? Oh, you are farting on Vex's desk. Keep it up. Why is the microwave green? You may not like human food, but you sure love to watch it spin around, round and round, little snack. Whee, look at you go. Someone will munch you up. Yes, they will, but only when you've been properly rotated here. I think we need a lobotomy? Or possibly, like, diagnostic routines? Anything to say? Not really. Okay. I'm sure the twins would kill me, but I do think this filing system could be improved. Look, their filing technique is unstoppable. Alright, over here. What's up? Sprockets! Got your performance review jitters yet? They're going to give me your job. Good to see someone has a sense of humor. Too many worried faces around the newsroom. They should all relax. How are you so calm? This is performance review number 30-something for me. Forgot the exact number, got a note with it written down somewhere. Unless I lost that too. Point is, after a while you get comfortable in knowing what you offer. That the paper would be a lesser rag without you. They can't see that, it's their loss, not yours. Try to remember that, Sprockets. Hey, if you do get cut, drinks are on me. If only one person needs to care whatever their system is works as long as it works. If they can't find things, it might be worth it. That's true. Like, if you're the only person that's dealing with it, you can just throw it in a heap for all anybody cares. Reporter Bot, we were just talking about you. I assume you've already met our arts and entertainment writer, Chlun the Greatest One. Of course, what's clanking, Reporter Bot? Just fine, thank you very much. That's funny. That's why I'm looking forward to working with you. Just the funniest robo. This cycle, you're shadowing Chlun on a trip to Pyrto. It's a big cycle. The biggest for my kind, honestly. Though truth be told, I wish it wasn't a thing at all. Once every rotation, the Verge hold a naming ceremony. When they bestow the titles you often hear behind Verge names. Our friend, the greatest one here. Ugh. Gosh, it's the third most important day of every Verge's life. Just head to the shuttle. I'm sure it'll be fine. Fine. Last one to the shuttle's the slowest one. Oh, reporter bot, before you go. I assume by now you know we are conducting performance reviews. We need to go over how you're doing so far. I'll go get Ursula. Your first official performance review. It is unfortunate you were programmed to worry about this. Performance review time is finally here for our reporter bot, Arwen. Reporter bot's just over halfway through their 17-cycle internship. Okay, 17 cycles. This is a longer game than I thought it was. Oh, I am well aware. We demand a lot from our intrepid team of space journalists. But this is because we have a reputation and readers to maintain. Every so often, we evaluate the performance of our employees. This is meant to be a frank and productive feedback session. So you can correct course if needed and be the best robo reporter we've ever seen. She's the only robo reporter we've ever seen. Arwen, I'll let you give the details since you're reporter bot's direct report. Meanwhile, I'll be evaluating you both. Oh, good. How long is a news cycle? Expected to be a 24-hour cycle. Some of the results think it's more like a week. I have been assuming a week. But, you know, for all I know, it's something like 3 days. And you have to consider whose days. So... who the fuck knows? How is readership? Readership is good. And I couldn't be happier. Now just keep me happy and maybe we'll keep you around. Please don't sacrifice your ethics for my what? My what? I don't have one of those. I'm sorry. Cycle is just a standard of time across the galaxy. Your ethics are everything in this business. Quick gains aren't worth sullying a long, respectable career. I challenge our readers to think. They won't be thinking about anything you write if they don't want to read it. That is unfortunately true. I have run into that problem before. Hard point to argue, I'll admit. That's that. Have a good cycle, you two. Wait, what? That's it? Try to remember this is all a pageant. Rep and readership might go up and down, but your last story is always in the past. It's what you do with your next story that really matters. That was it. Okay, sure. Wasn't so bad, was it? I guess? You're probably right, though, about the data log. Let's check that out real quick. I want to see what it has to say about cycles. Time was historically measured and using myriad ways in the Dorp system. Prior to first contact, when aliens in the system weren't aware of each other, each had its own method of keeping time. The Verge used Krytos weather patterns, Augurs used the position of the stars and the movement of the sun in the sky to create a calendar, broken up into weeks and months. Humans measured time as one singular relative unit, from the moment of a person's birth to the moment of their death, known as their time. The Zeo brought the concept of cycles to the system, a standard unit of time, consistent across the solar system, that nobody quite understands, but almost everyone accepts just because it's easier that way. Oh, the Gregorian calendar. Gregorian calendar? I think. Or is it the Julian calendar? Our current calendaric method of standard timekeeping, where nobody really understands why there's 365 days in a year, but, like, that's cool. That's fine. Sometimes there's an extra one, that's also cool and fine. At beat time. I maintain that Swatch at beat time made perfect sense for the early internet. But yeah, I don't understand that either. There's like numbers, man. Are you ready to head out on assignment? Let's do it. Someone must have hung an air freshener in the shuttle. It smells like rosemary and exploded lithium. Trito, the naming ceremony one. Gregorian is the more modern one. Thank you. Oh man, we're in the Epcot Dome. It's gotta be like 5 billion degrees in here. Alright, let's work from left to right. Ahoy, Off-Worlder! I'm Trent, the human one. Well, right now I should be the searching one. I don't know if you've heard, but one of the Verge set to receive their name today has disappeared. On the most important cycle of their life. Where do you think he went? Well, if he'd left the dome, we probably would have heard it. Those doors, they're loud. They make a really satisfying whoosh. So Porgus must be in here somewhere. Porgus. Porgus the fucking unfortunate one, apparently. Okay, we've got Bankso, the anonymous one. Ambitions unknown, pet peeve being seen, most likely to be there when you need them most, but only then. Torian, the visiting one. Ambition to be the first being to visit every single city in the system. Hope nobody's already done that. Pet peeve, chemistry test, and the idea of settling down, most likely to send a postcard. Quote, race you there. We've already encountered this guy. That's what Torin said. Sometimes you can click on shit and it doesn't matter at all. Hey, watch the antlers! I think I'm vibrating. In-jokes scattered across the pages like so many shared winks. What outsider could decipher their true meaning? Probably nobody. Trent the human one. Ambitions keep living it up Verge style. Pet peeve being judged for things I cannot control. Most likely to be a human. Quote, I am just so happy to be here. I too am just happy to be here. Thence the cantankerous one. Ambitions to no longer be surrounded by incompetence. Pet peeve, the incompetence I am constantly surrounded by. Most likely to give you a piece of her mind about your incompetence. Quote, enough is enough. You're going to, build a death ray or something, aren't you? Hey, who are you? Greetings, broad-shouldered bot. I am Squee, the reading one. Perhaps you have caught snow of our situation. Porgus, or temporarily the to-be-named one, may not be named at all. He is missing! Please help us find Porgus. The ceremony cannot conclude until all names are given, meaning the ceremony will be ongoing until Porgus is found. The audience will leave. Their overall impression will be of mediocrity, not respectful awe. That is a fate which I cannot abide. What do you think has happened to Porgus? Indignance. Porgus has always been so... But more likely, some measure of fear. It wouldn't be the first time. Some cower away from receiving their name. But I am always correct, so what they truly fear is being acknowledged. For who they always were. Perhaps Porgus feels that way. What is your wisdom? Seek! Find! Return Porgus to us, so I may reveal their name. And thus Porgus will be revealed to himself. Go now, clever droid, and help us find them. Right, find the Porgus. Hello, what are you? Greetings in F-sharp major. I am Toonbot, an OB, one bot band, fanfare.lav. drop D. Missing Porgus has not been seen. Has anyone disappeared on naming ceremony day before this? Record scratch sound effect. It is very rare. Most Verge eagerly await naming ceremony. Tone is celebratory. Toonbot setlist. Big hits. Sentimental jams. Dance for friendly rumplers. What's a rumpler? Musical shorthand for rumplifters. Songs designed to make an audience remove their rumps from their chairs. And lifts them onto the dance floor, progressive bass line. Porgus has no issue rumpling. We have a mutually beneficial friendship, pleasant chime. Porgus demands songs. I play those requests. Porgus thrashes on the dance floor and demands I replay the same songs. Toonbot has no issue with this. Until others complain, they usually do by the third replay. Porgus just laughs and continues to thrash. All in all, pleasant live performances for me. I hope you find Porgus tune melancholic guitar strum. Is that Porgus back there? Probably, so... Oh, wow. Apparently this Porgus has skipped out on the naming ceremony. Even I went through the motions of the ceremony. But still, I synthesize. Maybe I should talk to Porgus if we can find him. Yeah, he's back there. But... what are you? Where'd Porgus get off to now? One of the Verge babies hanging off Paru seems to be threatening tears. Shh, it's okay. Just like Porgus could be playing hooky at a time like this. You know, it's almost nap time for the little ones. Are these little ones yours? Now is not the time to get to know me. It is the time to find Porgus. Okay, well, I'll just go fuck myself. Hey, Porgus. Nothing to see here. Better go look somewhere else. Where's Porgus? Don't know, but he's not here. I can tell you're Porgus because your name's attached to your speech bubble. I'm sorry, man. Better go look somewhere else, or else. What is Porgus like? He's pretty cool, check this out. He points at a nearby crystal which has Kryto fears Porgus carved into it. That only took me a moment to do. I mean, for Porgus. So you found me, so what? Don't unfind me. And don't tell anyone we talked. Ah, scared, huh? I'm not afraid of anything. Why would you think that? Does someone think I'm afraid? Show them how unafraid I am. I just think this whole ceremony's dumb. It's a slime brain idea. Yet given a name that also tells you what your life is gonna be like, I'd rather eat stones. Maybe I will if I feel like it. I have before. Cost me a couple teeth. It's just who I am. Nobody gets to tell me to do anything. Even when I was tiny, swinging from Paru's antlers, I did what I wanted, how I wanted, when I wanted. Always have and I always will. I am here to write about the ceremony. Please do it so I can go home. Isn't this a better story, though? Kryto society in shambles. As brave Porgus stood up to its boring-ass norms. I want to exist outside of society as a cool menace. I mean... I'm sorry, we've got one guy out here who exists outside of society. And I don't think he's a cool menace. So there needs to be a ceremony for you to avoid it. Well, yeah. There has to be a system for me to forsake it. And then I need to get a name to reject it. Otherwise, I might not understand the rebellion I'm going for. Okay, change my mind. Totally Porgus thing to do. I'm gonna go get named and then say no way. Unless it's super cool, which I doubt it will be. You're gonna be like Porgus the Rock Eater. Thanks, or whatever. Porgus, bless the Blessed One, you've returned. Yeah, whatever. So uncouth, the trouble you've given us time and time again. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up, too. Perhaps a break in tradition is necessary. Are you ready to accept the name you will carry forevermore? The self you'll be till rocks boil to liquid, till quartz softens into goo? Hit me, I'm just gonna reject it. Squee raises her hands to the sky. Her antlers vibrate at a low, powerful frequency, except for this one. Porgus! Forevermore you shall be known as... Porgus. The... Ungovernable One. Squee lowers her hands. No. Murmurs break out in the room. I won't be Porgus, the Ungovernable One. I will be Porgus, the Ungovernable. Just the Ungovernable, not the Ungovernable One. Yeah, I say no and walk. I'll be like the next Chulun. The crowd boos viciously. You hear Chulun gloat awkwardly. What a perfect reflection of your perpetual rebelliousness, Porgus. And this is probably the best compromise we're gonna get. Fine? Squee once again raises her hands to the sky. Porgus, forevermore you shall be known as... Porgus, the... Ungovernable! Hey, I can say it. Ungovernable! Whatever. Fine, thus you are named. The crowd applauds politely and Toonbot says celebratory fanfare. Looks like the naming ceremony is officially concluded. Time for the mop-up chats. Honestly, I really thought he was gonna end up as, like, Porgus the One-y little bitch. But, okay. Sup? Thank you for finding Porgus. Alas, I couldn't search for them. These little ones can be a real handful. And I do mean literally. I'm Baru, by the way, the domestic one. Are you nervous at your naming ceremony? My naming ceremony? Oh, so long ago. Not really. I knew that whatever my name was, it would help me understand some part of myself. And it did! Do you know Chulun? One of the babies begins to cry. Oh, there, wee one. I'm sure she didn't mean to say that name. Please don't say... Chulun again. Leave us be right now. He's persona non grata. Well, so what a day. Most naming ceremonies are very relaxed. Today was a thrill ride. I'm so tired. Another one of my classic human feelings. How'd you end up on Fryto? Great question. Beats me. I arrived here as a baby. The Verge found me in an escape pod that crashed here. They raised me, so I don't really know what happened to my family. But I have theories. First one, they were eaten by a giant space bug, sacrificing themselves to save me. Second one, they were horrible and baby me figured it out and fired myself in that pod. The third, they lost me on vacation and are still out there searching. Any clues in the escape pod? Yes! The ship the pod came from and the pod itself were both of human design. They taste like standard human metals and paints. Well, I know I'm human! And living here on Fryto as a human among the Verge, well... they've been great, so welcoming to an outsider like me. I wasn't made to feel different, I was made to feel special. I came from the stars, crashed here, with superpowers like having hair follicles and a low pain tolerance. Being called the Human One is an acknowledgement of that. That I'm human, but also one of them. That made me feel really good. Wherever I'm really from, this is my home. And I hope Porgus feels that way too. He's always been on the outside, like me, but of their own choosing. And now, that outsiderness is officially acknowledged. Which doesn't erase the distance, but it does make it feel warmer. As a human, let me tell you, you can notice a difference in heat. Speaking of which, I should conserve the rest of my energy. I often have to here, but thanks for chatting with me. Humans are weird. Ungovernable. Sick. That's totally me. Not even a 1 at the end. Take that, tradition. What does ungovernable mean to you? It means... I'm effective! If the thing you're rebelling against doesn't acknowledge your rebellion, did your rebellion even work? It shows I've had an impact. Raito really does fear Porgus. They gave a little, so I'm gonna take a lot. Now I'm ready to be more ungovernable than ever. You better run. Get off this planet as soon as you can. Because I'm raring to go. Porgus starts making rude gestures in every direction. Probably time to go. There you have it. As Porgus is, so he is named. Thank you, hefty metal person, for your help in finding. Squee throws her arms up toward the stars. Porgus the Ungovernable! I am Squee, the reading one, and thus the ceremony is concluded. May you feel the appropriate amount of respectful awe. The reading one? Yes, Asker, the reading one. The being tasked with intuiting a Verge's destiny. By giving them... She just toward the stars. Their name! You ever chosen the wrong name? Mistake, hydraulic heathen! Unthinkable. How dare you suggest that? Is Porgus not ungovernable? Oh, I see. You fraternize with them. Them, the greatest one. More like the betrayed their name forsook their destiny one. He's made a laughingstock of the naming tradition, which us Verge hold most sacred. She gazes at Shallan. Yet sometimes I wonder if maybe their name was not... Never mind. Please, go on. You know, I'm suddenly very tired. A destiny built on ritual and mysticism? Where's a body out? Ta-ta, Tender Tin, I must rest. We're not gonna get any insights on Shallan's name. The thing you're rebelling against doesn't even acknowledge you wasn't an effective rebellion. I mean... Yes, in my opinion? Because you've proven you're beyond the needs of it? Wow, never saw anything like that before. But I wouldn't really know if there's been others like Porgus. It's been a long time since I've been back to Praeto. And being here makes me nervous. I'm not well liked around these parts. Praeto still feel like home? Never really did, to be honest. I should keep my voice down. My naming ceremony was thrilling for everyone, except me. Greatest one. It's one of the rarest names a Verge can receive. Its recipient is meant to be the leader. To live their life on Praeto, rarely if ever leaving. When I heard my name for the very first time, I felt sick. I'd been dreaming of a totally different life. What life did you want? The one I have now! Writing stories. Really thinking about art. I feel so lucky to be where I am. So in other words, you alone are the one Verge who has bucked the entire system and gone off to let their name not define them. Paradoxically, I kind of think that maybe that actually does make you the greatest of them all. There were, consequences. I did try to live up to the name for a while, but it always felt like I was just pretending. I kept writing in secret. Little reviews under a pen name on a blog. Thought maybe that would be enough for me. But it wasn't. So I used my blog to apply at TNG. Got the internship, the one you have now. Then I had to tell everyone I was leaving. Are you nervous to tell them? For sure. With reason. Didn't go down so well. The whole community tuned out to watch me go. Silently, sternly staring. We call it the quiet goodbye. But enough about that. There are also some good memories, too. And we're here to work, not to hear me reminisce. So go get reporting. Alright, one final follow-up with Toonbot. Greetings in F-sharp major, celebratory bugle solo. Triumphant inversion, well-deployed rule of fifths. Porgus has returned to us. Let the celebrations commence! Indeed. And so reporter bought Match Play on a really expensive boombox, and everybody put their weight into it. I will play Porgus' favorite song. The title, We Disassembled This City with Malice and Sheer Will. Nice. Song is typically forbidden from ceremony set list. Its frenzied chords alter dancing motions into a heightened state of mosh. But exception will be made today. How you feeling about Porgus returning? I feel like chord sequence that has resolved itself. An awkward bridge that has returned to catchy chorus. Pleased Porgus is safe. And Named will begin writing his theme music. My post-ceremony job for all those named today. You write theme music for everyone who gets named? Yes! You do not have a theme song. Stand by. Processing. Loading horns, drum, marimba, keys. Noonbot plays you a funky little number. Beep, boop, boop. Boop, boop, beep. This is your theme music. We'll send invoice later. Very expensive custom track. Silly trumpet sound, just kidding. Free for you today. Now it's time to work. Loading set list. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Beep, boop, boop. Boop, boop, beep. Alright, let's see. Verge missing at ceremony. One of the Verge to receive their name at the most recent naming ceremony on Kryto was nowhere to be found. Why do I only have fucking 12? Did I miss talking to somebody? Ooh, wait, I see a seed. Get out of my way, human kid. Stomp you with my robot parts. You found a lightning lily seed. Danger, danger! High voltage. Do not touch. Do not kiss. When in doubt, make an Electric 6 reference. That's good. I like that. One of the birds was nowhere to be found. When he was located, he seemed okay with his new title. You said a bad name and made babies cry, so the mom one didn't talk much. That's fair. Some cower away from receiving their name. Okay, yeah. Yeah, alright. There's one fact in this story. We're good. I didn't get where I am today by including facts in what I write. Bye! Our reputation is stellar, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's because I'm the best. I always was kind of a, yeah. I took a couple of journalism courses in college, and I always was kind of the human interest person. I always kind of went for the angle of, like, you know, what makes the people in this story interesting over what makes the story itself interesting. I don't know. I like I think people are more interesting than most people take credit for. I am looking forward to even the smallest charge. Okay, good. JanitorBot is on a break. Cleaning cycle will resume shortly. JanitorBot is feeling curious. Unable to exit Curiosity Loop, JanitorBot could force quit system. But JanitorBot doesn't want to. I didn't know you could get curious. JanitorBot feels perplexed, uncertain face.jpg. Oh, I'm sorry. JanitorBot feels perplexed. Perplexed. Not perplexed. The bunks contain messes that JanitorBot can see. But if forbidden to clean, they bold font taunt JanitorBot. And yet, these messes are contained. Yeah, programmed in shell script. New category : curated even. Are they still messes to be cleaned? Or something else, something good? Archives / museums of personality. Collections of beloved objects arranged in an abstract pattern. Metaphysical extensions of a being's inner workings. JanitorBot does not like to think of metaphysics. Thoughts beyond the physical world are confirmed _uncleanable. But they persist. JanitorBot's having a little existential crisis. Let's leave them to it. Ooh. Pursuit by trivia. A minor factoid counts to 10 and tries to chase you down. If you learn its answer, you lose. Be quick, hide well. It's like the 1-up mushroom game, but apparently in real life. 999, 1,000. Phew. Hey, Tuffy. Just burn off some stress. Covering a story off ship last cycle and this performance review day. Why is that stressful? Truthfully, I typically get a perfect review, and I'll miss that pure injection of positive self-esteem. The best drug there is compliments. Well, I think you're perfect. QuarterBot, you're making me blush. On at least 2 of my 4 cheek muscle groups. So I gotta correct you. Far from perfect. Nah, perfection would leave me nothing to aspire to. It's my ongoing quest for improvement that lights my fire. You're a pretty perfectly imperfect bot yourself. The 2 of you lock eyes, the tension is palpable. Speaking of, it's almost time for my Cycle 6 micro meal. A handful of Nitro Chug quick release pellets. Gonna be soaring over that post-lunch hump. I can't tell if she's eating nitrous oxide, nitroglycerin, or like nitro-cooled ice cream. Well, good luck with whatever the hell you're eating. Only the paper cups in my stack understand me. Okay, bye. Frozen nitrogen, maybe? Thank Prime. I've been waiting so long, my goo's going stagnant. For me? No, you bull bucket. Waiting for someone to come into the intern pit. Yara seems very irate, but they pause instead of elaborating. And they're standing very stiffly. I was working on a story and I got a little too invested. Really polishing it, you know, it needs to be perfect. I don't have time to go all the way to the bunks, obviously. Because I actually get things done. And I ran out of battery in my body. I can't move. Wow, defeated by your own workaholism. Yeah. It's hilarious. Will you help me or not? Shuttlebot X keeps a few spare batteries in engineering. Can you go grab me one and bring it back? I'll think about it. What's that supposed to mean? Just help me, you clummocks! Clummocks? Space Wad? Clummocks Space Wad. Staying up all night polishing it so I can determine my Space Wad. The reader Responsitron has new messages. Quiverstill article, give me quivers. Hi, Act Teen Quiverstill Finals, enter 13th cycle of Silent Tension. Was clearly written by someone who truly understands the sport. Not for everyone, but from one fan to another, Mr. Belied. I see the passion in your words, and respect and admire coverage of overlooked sports like this. Regards from a fellow fan, Scorton Flankrin. Bring back Foodbot's column. Foodbot had a column? Why did you cut Foodbot's delightful and surprising culinary column? So their attempt at a robo-humanitarian fusion recipe led to the hospitalization of dozens. Culinary progress demands risks. I miss learning the many ways that batteries can be used to season a dish. Editor's note, batteries are not meant to be consumed by anything other than robos. Please do not eat batteries if you are not a robo. They are lethal to organic life forms. Hungrily yours, Eatbot. I mean, on one hand, yes. On the other hand, who hasn't looked at one of those little watch batteries and thought, like, I could fit like 5 of these in my mouth, at least? Maybe 10? And you know, your anxiety isn't here to tell you what to do. Anyway.
Are you ready to make some bad choices?
You've made the bad choice of eating a fistful of watch batteries. I mean, subscribing to me and giving me money. Congratulations. But you can eat the handful of watch batteries if you want to. The forbidden Smartie. Incredible. Yes, that was timed. That was distinct. Congratulations on that. Oh-ho. How far she's come. Intern, take a look. The twins hold up a holopaper article. The headline reads, Humanitarian Fart Awards honor stinkiest citizens. And the byline, this was written by Ursula Laser, your editor-in-chief? We were musing over the past, as we are wont to do, and found this story. From her intern days, without a hyphenated last name. Ursula was an intern too. She was one of the best. Able to turn any story, even the Fart Awards, into a compelling read at whatever word count she was given. A rare feat. Something to aspire to. Hint, hint. We mean you, not us. We are collectors of the written word, not writers on our own. We did keep a diary once. We dare not speak of it now. Shame. Such shame. Please leave us to reflect on such inscrutable embarrassment. I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna keep a diary, I think you have to kind of live with whatever embarrassing shit you write. Anyway, hello, Micro Tiger. Always good to see you around. What is... Who are you again? The intern. Read this. Baller has a letter from Abner Zoll criticizing a lackluster article. But it's addressed to the Dorp dealer, not TNG. I wrote this. Abner Zoll is me. Directly criticizing the dealer is considered unprofessional, so Ursula tells me. So I do it this way. Why criticize them at all? Because they are actively and frequently malicious, which reflects badly on our entire profession. That's so hard to get, intern. So think on it. I mean, yeah, it is kind of hard to get. Like, what another paper does doesn't always affect you as a person. Ursula Laser Cunningham's office, the door is closed. You should leave it that way, okay. What's my new assignment? Holy, am I glad to see you, Reporter Bot. Vivica's out sick. I need you to head back to court. She offered up 3 potential stories that might be worth covering. It's up to you to choose which is the most important. Call it a test in news judgment. Let's hear 'em. Frequent protester Clarence Finspar has finally crossed a legal line. He's apparently on trial for public mischief and libel. He started telekinetically distributing rant-filled pamphlets in a public place. This is gonna be a doozy. Have fun with this one. Is that the one that I have to... Do not get silly with it. Oh, okay. Alright, I clicked the one I was curious about, and... that's the one that I have to cover. Time to get all the silly... Maybe. I have an important question for you. Do you have any quantum investments? I have not invested any bucks at all. Finance doesn't concern me. Fair point. Choosing journalism really does show that financial gain is not your priority. Ow! Your Aunt Zizi needs to consider her career choices. Well, I'll do that on my own, in bed at 3 a.m. Really reflecting on those mistakes of life. Oh yeah, that's gonna haunt me. I'm researching quantum investments for a piece. I haven't even gone deep yet. My preliminary findings are alarming. Investing in one of those trendy superposition accounts, where your money has all values simultaneously, might sound good. As soon as you try to make a withdrawal, the value is suddenly zero. All of your investment gone. Stolen because they are unregulated accounts. Grifts would be a better name for them. Don't do it. Hopefully this article saves our readers a future grief. That is very kind of you, Sherwin. Oh, this is not a kindness, it's a duty. The people need to know the pitfalls that are out there, before they fall into them. Yep. They gotta be aware that all their apes are gonna be gone. And I'm gonna laugh at them. I'm gonna laugh at them until about 2 a.m., and then I'm gonna think about my own financial choices and get rid of breath. Hi. Securitron. Reporterbot, we need to talk. I must say you have brought some life back to this space. I suggest you keep it up, or else. Or else what, Punk? Punk? I am nobody's punk? You are the punk? Such disrespect for authority. I will fight you and become the new security bot. The nerve! The absolute gall! Though, truthfully, fighting the last security bot is how I got this job. I must admit I misjudged you, Reporter Bot. You are both a friend to plants and one tough robo. Stop talking to me and get out there. This garden deserves to grow. Let it never be said I will not stand up for myself. Although, truthfully, I kind of expected to end up in the fish tank. Nothing going on up here, guys? Okay. Your course charting software is out of date. Good luck with that. I hope you excel at it. That didn't make any sense. What do you have to say? Reporter Bot! Look at this place. It's really coming back into bloom. And I hear you're the reason why. I want to cultivate a vast garden, my intern legacy. That's admirable. But I think you'll be known for more than just this. Your writing is great. When the garden is blooming, I can really relax. Helps me take my mind off the daily stresses, you know? And even the more existential ones, like living up to my name. Whenever it all starts to feel a bit heavy, a few cycle scraps in here and I'm good as new. Cycle scraps! Scraps of a cycle. We've got a new measurement of time. For a little while, anyway. I call it my green time. Guess what I'm really trying to say is, you have my personal thanks for caring about this place. Because I'm amazing. Quartz bloom crystals are highly sought after for their ability to attract positive vibes. They're also known for massively inflating their own value. Greetings, Reporter Bot. As you see, I've been forced to join the rabble. Look at this menu. Wanting, debase. You've never eaten the cafeteria. I have been banned from bringing my own food after the highly misunderstood and unfairly maligned incident of my lunch with the eels. Thank you again for your help in recovering them. How long are you banned for? At least one full rotation through this horrid menu. I think Arwen has a plan up their robotic sleeve to rid me of my fine tastes. So hard won, and so gingerly developed over time. Sweet ginger. We'd be hard-pressed to find such an aromatic root on this wretched ship of fools! But you can join me if you want. I wish to be alone. Do not know how one survives these subpar tastes. And you, what slop will you partake of today? I'm skipping lunch. Wise can. Wise can indeed. Unfortunately, my blood sugar does not give me such an option. And so I trundle on, gagging toward the fluorescent light. Okay, Gatsby. Worm dog and fries. Everyone loves worm dog. Mac and bees. The bees are real. Stop asking about it. Magnesium spark treat. Standard LEDs available for those of interest. Churned sentiment with real Gridge mountain filings. Gridge! I don't know what Gridge means. Hey, what are you having? Grainy, filthy. That's actually quite good. The glitter pit this cycle has real mountain filings from the real Gridge Mountains. Oh. Pretty cool. If only robos could also suck up nutrients from rocks. Reporter Bot, hello, hi. You're looking well. And great news, if you weren't to be looking so well, for example, you could do something about it. We just won medical care. And they're sending a medbot here. You trying to tell me something? What? Shh. Tell you something? No, I just wanted to tell you the good news. Negotiations went so great. Like, so great. You do feel okay, though, right? Not lightheaded? Feel like there's something you're not telling me. Vivica twists her blazer into knots. Finally, she speaks. Gravity. We had to give up a bit of gravity, okay? The ship's gravity regulator cost quadrillions. Quadrillions upon quadrillions of bucks to our employer every calendar phase. They're willing to be pushed for medical care if we gave away a bit more gravitational pull. It's not so bad, is it? Who needs gravity anyway, am I right? It is granted an insubstantial amount. Pouring from the water cooler might be a little more unruly. And we had to have the bidet disabled. I was told we'd hardly notice a difference. So far, that reflects my own experience. I feel so guilty, Reporter Bot. I don't want the workers to have suboptimal working conditions. You did the best you could. Yes, it's true. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Let me know if you feel unnaturally light, okay? Because we can't help with that. We have medical care now. Woo! Well, I mean, if people start to float off, we can just tie rocks to their legs. But the rocks will be under the same gravity that everyone else is. Maybe what we need is, like, to tether people to their desks. That's something the Union is in favor of, right? From verge for verge, the glitter is their dust. The gyres of a universe.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Kelly, I think I'm being threatened by a monstrous cooking robot. No, not a robot. A beast, excuse me. Yes, I am being threatened by a beast at current time, Kelly. I cannot answer my email. Alright, let's get to court. It's our day in court. Except we're not on trial. Oh, hey. What's up? Oh, Reporter Bot. I heard you're going back to court this cycle. That's exciting, huh? I am. How'd you know? How did I know? I keep this place running smooth. There's nothing on this ship I don't know about. And Arwen was in here earlier telling me about it. Anyways, you must be excited. Especially after the last case. So dramatic. That Stephanie Strangelet was such a character. And Quad. I was riveted, to be honest. And not just to the floor. Are you a fan of legal writing? Well, I prefer legal dramas, if I'm being honest. I like a little more production value, you know? But I'm always too busy to catch up. So I make do, you know? And your story really scratched the itch. Do you watch Yim Hold'em, the Baking Barris? Do you watch Goo of Justice? Goo of Justice? Of course I do. I just wish it wasn't so short. Having to wait a whole season only for Gulonius to get sucked down a drain pipe? There's cliffhangers and then there's disrespecting the audience. Oh, but don't get me started. I'd talk your listen holes clean off. You need to get to your assignment. Getting sucked down a drainage pipe. What a thing. I imagine it's hard to be a lawyer under those conditions. Anything going on back here? How's it going, Reporter Bot? Oh, Yar needs your help. Yar does. With what? Yar's body ran out of battery. Oh no. Well, that's an easy fix. Beep beep. No, Yar is not Adultus 9000 for that move. Everyone forgets things. I keep a few spare batteries around for just such an occasion. Baller is terrible at remembering to charge up. There you go. Just run that back to Yar and they should be back to work in no time. Beep beep beep. And maybe remind them to charge up next time. Who needs to run when we have fast travel? Apparently I do. I need to run.
You received a new message at your private terminal.
I'm busy powering my rival. I cannot answer anything. Well, you know, there are new messages at my private terminal. Oh, it's just the quiver still... Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I've already read the messages at my private terminal. Hey, did you get it? Yep, here it is. You actually got it? You swap out Yar's battery and immediately their body powers back up and jerks to life. Thank you. I know you could have just left me. It's probably what I would have done, honestly. Why did you help me? It was only fair. Fair? You're not gonna make it here with that idealistic attitude. Yar pauses for a moment, looking away. Fair. Well, thanks anyway, I guess. Now I need to get back to work. Yeah, remember to stick your weenie in a power outlet next time. What's in the suggestion box? Hello, staff and crew. Medbot will be operational in the shuttle bay next cycle. Please see them to begin a regular schedule of checkups and medical support. Ursula. Why did you put your announcement in the suggestion box? That makes me feel like I'm supposed to be reading those. And that's no good. Powering your rival is in fact something out of Mass Effect. Standing up to the power of a rival. And the last known survivor, da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're watching the eye of the eye of your rival. Back to the courts to witness law and/or order. Dun dun. The trial of Clarence Finspar. Alright, where do we even start on this one? Order! The bright operable judge bot presiding. Clarence Finspar. You face charges of public endangerment, reckless telekinetic discharge, and making people drop food they were about to eat. These are severe charges, particularly the last one. How do you plead? Not guilty, you're all fools. And this trial must proceed. You swear to tell the truth, every little bit. Even the tiniest little morsels of honesty, in the name of the true and fair trial. Oh, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you nothing but how wrong you all are. Defense may now begin. Thank you, Your Honor, Bot. Clarence, take us through that fateful afternoon. I just wanted to share my thoughts. It was a public place. If people didn't like it, they could leave. And share Clarence did. With the fine people who happen to be in Mealtime Square, a popular lunchtime gathering place. That's all he did, folks. I ask you, Honorable Judge Bot, isn't sharing caring? Do we not gather in places like this to bask in communal spirit? Shouldn't we all, in fact, be more like Clarence, not less? Who is really on trial here? Antique Doug Funny is who's on trial here. Can anyone prove my client was the one who made them all drop their food? Perhaps this was a conspiracy against my client. The defense rests. That is the extent of your case? Do you wish to submit any evidence for your claim of conspiracy? No thank you, Your Honor Bot. I believe the connection is clear enough on its own. Very well. Prosecution, you may examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor Bot. You're welcome. Mr. Finspar, could you explain how you shared your thoughts? Well, I wrote them down on pamphlets and I gave them out. How'd you give them out, Mr. Finspar? Clarence Finspar says nothing, he just looks at his hands. Did you use your hands, Mr. Finspar? I did not. Those watching from the gallery let out a collective gasp, beep, or burble, depending on their species or serial number. He used his telekinetic abilities to bombard the lunchtime crowd with a terrifying cloud of pamphlets. Good, lunch-loving people were forced to turn meals into defensive weapons or abandon them and escape. It's one of the darkest cycles Mealtime Square has ever known. Mr. Finspar, why did you ruin so many lunches? Why did those people ruin my life? They all needed a wake-up call to realize how rotten this weird future space alien society really is. How do they just sit there and eat their lunches? Doing nothing. What they needed was my pamphlets. And what of their lunches? Their lunches mean nothing to me. Another collective gasp, beep, or burble from the gallery. Order! Order.biz/ in the court. Thank you. Shocking, and yet it isn't for Mr. Finspar. Mr. Finspar has shown a clear pattern to his behavior. His public protests are increasingly dangerous. To us and to our lunches. No further questions, Your Honor Bot. Prosecution rests. Very well, since this is a Judge Bot only case, I will now deliberate. We will recess until the verdict has been finalized. Bathrooms and tank cleaners are just down the hall. Let deliberation begin! I gotta talk to him before they actually finish getting him on trial. I need a really racist quote for the newspaper to make this guy look as bad as possible. Hey you, get me out of here. Or else. I didn't do anything wrong. Kinda sounds like you did do something. I did nothing wrong. Nobody was listening to my speeches, so I shared some of my writing. Sharing is caring, isn't it? Especially when everyone else needs their thinking rearranged. It's doing everyone a favor. Everyone needs their thinking rearranged? This whole galaxy's rotten. It's trying to make things better. What are you doing? I am speaking truth to power through journalism. Good riddance. Journalism is just another way they lie to you. Control you. I'm done talking to a liar like you. Leave me alone. Of course. Damn. I was hoping I could get one of his pamphlets so I could make fun of it. Alright, why is there like a Victorian orphan in here? Sigh. That's my uncle up there. I'm Blossy Finspar. I'm so sorry. How do you think this is going for him? Oh, not well. Which is good, really. He needs help. He didn't used to be like this. Uncle Clarence was really fun and caring. He'd fly me around the living room with his powers. We called it playing wind. And when I got my powers, I talked about how to use them properly. What happened to him? Him and me dad had a big falling out. And Uncle Clarence doesn't have many other friends. So it was just him and his thoughts and his powers. Oh, and he subscribed to the dope dealer. Oh shit! I can blame the other newspaper. This is the best day of my life. Which always gave him something new to be upset about. We started hearing about him showing up at like government announcements. Picketing, protesting, generally causing a ruckus. And then this. What was the big falling out about? Everything really went south when he ruined a family picnic. Before that, there'd just been little hints something was changing. A random mean comment, blaming others for mistakes he made. Making a big deal out of small stuff. Then at the picnic, he started arguing with Dad about something and it got heated. So he used his powers to flip the picnic basket. It rained charcuterie down on Dad's head. And that was the last time Uncle Clarence got invited to a family event. He doesn't want to apologize. And clearly hasn't stopped weaponizing delicious food. So here we are. Can your uncle be redeemed? I hope he gets the help he needs, so he can be more like he used to be. I think that's all I want to say for now. Bye. Interesting. This would be a good spot to watch the verdict once Judge is ready to deliver it. That will be the last part of the trial. After that, writing time. Sit down and wait. I should ask some more questions. But, like, I'm definitely seeing a pattern emerge. And that pattern is that this guy read Fox News and got brainworms. Hello, you may not approach the bench. Judge Vaught is currently in deliberation mode. Will be unable to comment directly on a case in progress. For reasons of fairness. However, I, Bailiff Vaught, can answer many of your justice-related questions. Tell me how deliberation's going. It is assuredly going well. Our justice-gathering process is unparalleled. Research, informed, nuanced, and above all, compassionate. I have the hiccups. Help. I am programmed to get chills just thinking about it, and I do because of that programming. Bailiff Vaught shivers with anticipation. How many cases have you overseen? Hundreds! All Bailiff Vaughts share data in an encrypted cloud, meaning we are all equally experienced. If Judge Vaught is the mind of the law, Bailiff Vaughts like myself are the arm. We keep these courtrooms safe for all. We are tasked with ensuring all legally denoted actions are undertaken, and enact court orders both large and small. I am programmed to find all of this thrilling, and I do, because of the programming. In every case that comes before the court, all evidence and context is carefully considered and assessed by Judge Vaught or the Zeal jury, permanently sequestered in these tubes. Justice is always served appropriately. Could the process be corrupted? No. My programming, as well as Judge Vaught's programming, are protected by state-of-the-art classified technology. Any attempts to corrupt us would fail, and also immediately trace the attempt. Those attempting to circumvent justice would find themselves facing it. So, if somebody tried to hack you, you would reverse jerk hack them. And then they would be gone to the Americas. I am programmed to be firm on this point. There is no corruption. Bailiff Vaught appears to be firm on this point. Now I am programmed to feel that I have said an appropriate amount of information to a journalist. Which means you must now step back from the bench. Thank you for stepping up to it in the first place. May you appreciate the reminder of this case and the court process around it. Alright, let's hit the... Who are you, by the way? Are you like the witness? Greetings, Robo-Citizen. I am Armand Orbum, Education Minister of the Solar Government. What an interesting trial. Are you here on official government business? In truth, no. There are no unofficial appearances by a government official, but it is my cycle off. Usually I catch up on my reading. I'm here on a more personal interest. Mr. Finspar has interrupted several of my governmental announcements. I've grown concerned for his mental and emotional well-being. I can call him a bourgeois scum? Wow! Interrupted how? At first he protested quietly, picketing an announcement of the new sexual education curriculum, which presumably I would have attended if I had gone there. Then it began to escalate. Louder, brasher demonstrations. Then the use of his powers, telekinetic damage to my government-issued slide projector, and now he has publicly used his powers against living beings, which has crossed a threshold for legal intervention. I'm not bothered that Mr. Finspar's displeasure is public. My issue is that he seems increasingly unstable. And what began as protest now seems to be a cry for help. So I'm relieved to be at this trial, where I hope his sentence reflects his needs. What do you think the outcome of this trial will be? It is in ill taste for a government figure to speculate the fate of a public trial. All I'll say is that I hope it is rehabilitative in nature. This is all I should say on the matter. Good cycle, citizen. Yeah, cycles seem to be treated like days. Happy to answer any questions you have about my client, who, after my spirited defense, should soon be walking free as a bird. A bird that chooses to walk because they can. Could you explain your defense? The facts speak for themselves. My client was simply sharing an inner part of himself. And sure, maybe he was a little over-enthusiastic. But aren't we all a bit much sometimes? Isn't my client simply hashtag relatable? A scamp? Incorrigible, even. Doesn't incorrigible mean unable to be reformed? Is that what that means? Huh, you learn something new every cycle. Thanks. Now, please excuse me, I have to work on my victory remarks. Looking forward to seeing this on tomorrow's front page. I can't tell if I just did a good thing or a bad thing. Before we chat, please understand. Any statements I may or may not make do not reflect the broader opinions of the legal system. Or my client, who this cycle is the people of the DORP system. What are the broader opinions of your client? Those opinions will be revealed with the verdict. The will of the courts is not mine to know in advance. Off the record, I do feel like I crushed it, though. Unofficially, we'll see if the judge bot agrees. Back on the record. What do you think of the defense? Well, they certainly made their case. Out of glass. Flimsy, transparent, breakable. And you can put that on the record. I'm sure Pritzl will say something similar about my knee. She talks a big game, but to say she rarely bests me in court. Do you two not like each other? Pritzl is singular. In her overconfidence. Our given names set us up to be rivals. The examining one and the cross-examining one. How could we not be? But her courtroom style makes it easy to oppose her. Enjoyable, even. I have bested her many times. Look forward to doing so again this cycle. Should start preparing for that, actually. When the verdict is announced, enjoy seeing justice prevail. Alright, let's take a seat and wait for the verdict. Wait, is there anything here that I'm missing? Well, if there is, I'm still missing it. Deliberation is approximately 99.9638% complete. Deliberation is 100% complete. Opening trial N.exe. I have reached a unanimous verdict. In the case of Mr. Finspar versus the people of Dorp. Specifically, the charges of public endangerment, reckless telekinetic discharge, and making people drop food they were about to eat. I have found the defendant guilty on all counts. You're all fools! Fools, I say! I have decided your sentence shall be mandatory counseling and support for a duration as long as is required. Until you are no longer a threat to others. No! No, I don't want to change! And you shouldn't have ruined so many lunches. Bailiff Bot, take him away. No! Clarence is removed from the room and Judge Bot retires to their chambers. Everyone else is still here. Get some reaction to the verdict or exit the way you came in. Blossy is absolutely giddy. I'm so relieved. Now Uncle Clarence can get the help he needs. And maybe start acting like me uncle again. I read his mind as they were taking him away. And I think deep down he's a bit relieved too. It's a really good result. Cool. Well, that's that. Afternoon in the court really connects you to the issues of contemporary society. I feel every official should watch court regularly. It makes abstract struggles into concrete understandings, which help you serve the system better. So these real struggles are your entertainment? What? That's not what I meant at all. The opposite even. I see this not as a cheap thrill, but as a way of understanding the real issues that bring our citizens to court. To understand an issue is the first step toward addressing it. And I believe that is all I have to say. Good cycle to you. Well, that's something, I guess. Hello, I'd like to offer you comment. This was my 203rd legal victory. This feels as good as the first. And it brings my win percentage to 70.7. That rounds up to 71%. Very good cycle. You seem very focused on statistics. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's a focus, but it's nice to see where you stand. Are you the best? The 23rd best? Gives you something to strive for. The important thing is that real justice would serve this cycle. This troubled man will be rehabilitated, until he no longer threatens the lunchtime of any beings. That is why the system exists, to protect and support. The people have been protected, and the culprit will be supported in their rehabilitation. In a little sling, which we will bounce him up and down in. It's a win-win-win. The third win is for me, too. Wish this is what the legal system was actually like. I mean, kinda, yeah. Wait, is that a seed? This is one of the pamphlets Clarence bombed the crowd with. The page you can see includes an all-caps read about the solar government's mandated benevolence and sick rule of compulsory compassion. The pamphlet includes a list of things that get too much credit, which appear to include noise, children, being clever, and most jokes. Alongside the pamphlet is a scientific study on Clarence's telekinetic power. Apparently he measures an 8.2 on the kineticism scale. What a fun fact. How dare they mandate being, like, nice to people? Those fuckers. A terrible wrong has been done this cycle. An innocent man caged. I won't rest until he's freed. You seem very committed to this case. Yes, in addition to my looks and legal skills, I am known for my compassion. Especially when cases don't go my way. Sometimes the will of the people gets incorrectly aimed. Some little piece of irrelevant so-called evidence ruins their ability to think clearly. Here it was those lost lunches, but so it goes. Onward to appeals court. Wait, I start my vacation next week. Maybe some wrongs will never be righted. And that's okay as long as I know the truth in my heart. Maybe later I'll file an appeal. I'm not too busy. Alright, well, I think justice has been done here today. Lunch safe after Finspar convicted. Clarence Finspar was found guilty. Well, that's not really a fucking lead-in. And accused of telekinetic bullshit. Dork dealer was in ooh. Man corrupted by dork dealer. It plunges my reputation. I don't know if I care. Yes, we're going to soak the dork dealer on this one. There is basically nothing here that isn't inflammatory except the Neath quote. Let's see, their lunches mean nothing to me. Can I hit, like, full inflammatory? Yeah. Defendant's niece revealed that Clarence had few friends. Alright, fuck the reputation. I think this is really funny. So, we know what? We're running it. I am absolutely trashing both him and the Dorp dealer. Wow, you really dug deep into that story. No kidding. I am throwing the Dorp dealer under a bus. Cycle 10. Bumps. Oh, shit. I only just noticed we're about 10 minutes... You really dug your own grave. I did. We're about 10 minutes out. Let's see what this one's gonna be about. And then I'll probably want to give my throat a rest. It's you, Reporter Bot. Please avert your eyes. I have taken ill. So very ill. Oh no! My normal outward appearance belies the turmoil in my every cell. I have come down with a horrible case of junk scurvy. I've got the scurbs! Oh no. Oh yes! I have an auger-only illness, I'm afraid. One which our species contracts based on diet. My body is rebelling against me, because I have refused to subsist on a steady diet of junk and trash. And so, by auger standards, my system is malnourished. Well, you know, if you don't notice what something is rebelling against, are they really rebelling at all? Have you had it before? It happens on occasion, though usually I keep a better eye on my junk pressure levels. Thankfully, the cure is known and simple, though endlessly humiliating. Foodbot procures light bulbs for me, and I am to feed on them. Thrice a day, thus properly toxifying my too clean auger bod. Oh, he's gotta do some light eating. Where do they get the light bulbs? This is perhaps the worst part of my current fate. The light bulbs are burnt out and provided by the mechanic, an auger who is in many ways my natural rival. But alas, I've already said too much. Son of a fucking Why does your name rearrange to Poser? Junk scurvy has a tendency to make me loose-lipped, as well as slime-lunged. Or prose. Okay, yeah. It's the fever before the big sneeze. Ew. Fair, fair. This is news which brings me no pleasure to report. Unlike my coverage of the recent Solar Assembly, or the flatulent neo-human president. Those stories are my calling. My true self. Pardon my jabbering. I'd like to be alone now. Yeah, no, I understand. Enjoy eating some trash and not dying of it. Hostile work environment, a card game that makes everyone mad. So, a card game. Gone watering. Okay. The cat eating salad meme. Oh, okay. No, when you said salad and meme, that was not the first meme to come to mind. It's not the right in front of my salad meme, which would be a much different card game. Hi, Reporter Bot. Yara shuffles slightly, glancing away. Thanks for last cycle. I got my story in just in time. And it seems like Arwen's happy, so... You didn't have to do that. I mean, you shouldn't have, really. You had no reason to help me. It's been a total spacewad to you. Well, you're not a complete spacewad, I guess. Ah. Ugh. You really are too nice. You need to learn to be a little cutthroat. Yar hesitates, glancing away again. Maybe we can hang out sometime. I give you some tips about looking out for yourself. We could... Yar heaves a great sigh. We could get to know each other. I'd like that. Okay! I mean, cool, I guess. I'm gonna be in the garden for a bit next cycle. So meet me there, maybe. Or don't, whatever. I'm going back to work now. Oh good, it's the most awkward workplace hookup fucking imaginable. The reader responsitron has new messages. Court Schmort. More orb coverage, please and thank you. It's almost playoff time. That was not among my options. Still stuck in traffic. Thank you, Sherwin Flux, for talking to me about the traffic details on the Og Frito Spaceway. I'm still stuck here. Vacation officially ruined. Send help and snacks. Skip Lon Devlo. Maybe you should skip Lon your Devlo until you get home. Boom, got him. Who keeps leaving the poop door open? Hey, what's my assignment gonna be? Hey, boss, what's my assignment? Boss, you a little overworked there? You ever heard of Ghost Reporter Bot? Humans believe their spirits are dead. There's not much to write about this cycle. But I do have this. Some farmer claiming ghosts are real. Do me a favor and check it out. Chances are it's nothing, but, well, at least they'll stop hounding me to send someone out. Wow, there's really nothing else? Nope, sorry. It'll be fun, though, I'm sure.
My dad has escaped into a world of beer and sports. He screams, "Go!" Gets fatter, and his head is getting square.
Well, happily our boss's head isn't getting square, but... Please just stay skeptical. We don't spread fantastical rumors here. We don't? We don't? Oh shit, I've been operating all wrong. We are a reputable paper that sticks to reality, like lizard people and UFOs. And doors closed on Ursula's office. Yeah, you could bowl with our boss's head. No threats detected. That's good. We gotta talk to, like, Maximum Gains, my favorite coworker. Third favorite coworker. Hey, Reporter Bot! How goes the news cycle for ya? Boo. What the? You got the wrong attitude there, friend. But you know where else a person could expect to hear boos? As well as hoots, hollers, and the sound of one zero clapping, i.e. a squish. An orb game. Check out what I got. She produces a glowing orb. An industry standard orb ball, no big deal. Sports aren't really my thing, I'm sorry. The really impressive part is how I got it. I covered a story a while back that involved one of the league's players, the now disgraced Dank Scubs. Maybe you've heard of his restaurant chain, Dank Shanks? Well, he was illegally laundering money through Shanks. That's right, washing his bucks in a big tub to confuse the galaxy-wide tracking codes. And I was the one to break that story, my friend. Made some sweet connects in the orb industry along the way. And that is how I got this. She psyched you out pretending to toss the ball. Psych? That's cool. Thought I should get Puff Piece a new toy. Since, as you know, I accidentally broke one of theirs a couple of cycles ago. Nothing but the best for a Puff. Are you an orb fan? Puff's gonna love that. Scanner's gelatinous cutie. Speaking of cutie, I've been picking up some vibes between us. I don't know. Last cycle you called me perfect. You know, because of my connections. I also snagged a ticket to an upcoming orb game. Would you want to come with me? Yes, but just friends. Yep, just as friends, no biggie. That's what I meant too. Friends, pals, buddies. That's the vibe I was feeling between us for sure. Nothing more. Later, Data Alligator. See if I can rustle us up some ticks. Using the old moon rock charm, which hasn't taken a hit at all. Haha. Well, you know, sometimes you just have to make somebody miserable. Hey, reporter bot. Bleh. It's having one of those days, you know. Could you do me a favor? Find Puff Piece and let him know I need some pet time. That little goo dog will know exactly what you mean. I could go looking, but I'm waiting for an interview to call me back. What do you say? I'll find Puff Piece for you. Oh, you hero! Thanks so much. I've been so busy today. I haven't had time to find my favorite goo dog. I can't wait to scratch those bubbly ears. Bubbly ears. Maybe it's like Buble ears. Here we go. Puff Piece looks adorable as always. Maybe even goopier than usual. Can you go see Chloon? There's no way Puff will understand, right? Boof. No way, they just trotted off in the direction of Chloon's desk. What a smart pup. I have now pronounced Chloon like 3 different ways in as many sentences. I feel really weird about that. Oh well, I don't have a style guide. Chloon and Puff are frolicking together. Well, as much as one can frolic in a busy newsroom. Oh, Puff, you big goof. Reporter bot, thanks a million. I'm feeling much better already. Apparently, there's something in Puff's DNA that causes mild euphoria for anyone in close proximity. There's a big fancy scientific term for it. The scientific term is you're a kitty. I just call it what it is. Hanging out with my gloopiest pal. Isn't that right, my little slush puppy? Glorp! What a duo. A slightly sticky duo. Our goo dog is drugged. I mean, yeah. It's great to have drugs available anytime you want them. In petable form. Alright. I think that is where we're stopping for the night. Oh, hey, I see. We're at cycle 10 of 17. So we are gradually getting through this. I think we'll be done by the end of the week.
What I'm trying to say is maybe you ought to save.
I was actually waiting for that. Thank you. So, I am, just checking to see if there's anybody we are going to raid. And it doesn't look like it right now. Was it a nice time? It was a nice time. I had a nice time. Hopefully you had a nice time. And if you didn't have a nice time, I don't know. Have a nice time somewhere else. Good luck, everybody. Eat well, have a fat ass. I will see you tomorrow with more Howie Screams. More Howie Screams. Trials of Mana. Good night, everybody.